How does a person think of what they will be doing, that activity, and of when they procrastinate, but forget to want to continue further on? Hi there everyone, so it's me, formerly Axel, Slink Eyes Dice Roll, and now known as Siraxiel. I can't really say much about the purpose of this video, since I'm only reading some notes from a script that I created for what I want to say about why I've been absent for so fucking long from YouTube. Today we'll be having a short discussion about why I unwillingly stopped. To make things as tedious, a video should be maybe around 10 minutes, as I can't, or maybe 20 minutes, I don't know, as I can't sit here forever and start yapping about all of what has been going on in my social life or personal times that have changed according to my plans for the future. Okay, you see, back when I was thriving with my own time of taking the liberty to upload as many videos as I can each week, my internet was pretty damn fast. And were often short to take. Like, it was short to upload these videos in a short time. I made a random video in around December of 2022, I think, of when I was switching to my old PC, which I had before I bought my new gaming laptop in like Christmas 2021. This was me wanting to simply take a rest from YouTube because I was starting to hit puberty. And puberty, you know how it feels at first. You start getting lazier and you're just always getting more tired now. But yeah, I was actually 12 when I first started this channel. But my birthday is on the 5th of November 2009, so I'm 15. But I'll be turning 16 in around half a year from now on. Yeah, you guys know how it feels when time launches itself quicker than you could process before, and that isn't even once it will happen, it will just only keep speeding up as you age. So when I switched to my old PC then, I switched back to my normal gaming laptop 2 months later, maybe because I was just going through some weird crisis of whether to choose between a laptop or PC, thinking that a PC was better than a laptop when I know that is utter bullshit because since my laptop has a 3060 with a Ryzen 7 5800H, compared to that old PC that had like an RX 470 with an i5 6500K. But just to make it clear, we're not going to be talking about everything that has happened in the last 3 years. I'm talking about ambition, what you desire when you're older, and becoming an adult. Well, I'm not really gonna say what I want to be when I'm older, since I'd rather just keep that private for some time. I'll actually just say what I want to become when I'm older. I want to become a journalist or a storm chaser, something like between that. You get what I mean? Because I like to try. I would really want to just travel around the world a lot more because I really just don't want to just be stuck in this rainy country called Great Britain for like my entire life. Or like actually better to say I don't want to be stuck in Europe my entire life because there's so much that the human life or the average human being needs to be able to explore about this great world. And yes, I am talking sort of about ambition. Well, this means I don't want to stay unemployed like you fucking gooners. No, let's continue with our talk. Shortly after I switched back, me and our family received some news that we would be moving out of our house and living somewhere else. Fair if not, it was quite the surprise, given that we had from mid-2022 been finding placements for moving out of our town to another place around 20 miles away from where we live. Over the course of, well, let's just say a few months, it was a real pain in the ass. You're wondering what the hell had been going on, and well, we still got to find suitable Airbnbs for us to stay before it was the day we would move out to our new home on the outskirts of the new city. The city that we would be living in. A bit back from when we started moving, I think the last video that I made was titled like sort of Eve8 chill or something like that. Yeah, it was a video about Roblox Eve8 because I used to play that game like a lot. But I don't really play Roblox much anymore. But I do still play Roblox. It's just like, I'm not that chronically addicted. Like, I have a lot of games on Steam that I do play nowadays, and I just have so much to do. Like, I have a lot of things I want to be doing at once, and I have to at least, like, maybe choose 2 of, like, 6 options. Either play that, play this, do that, don't do that, just, you know what I mean. Once we had finally reached our new home after the people formerly once resided in, I was happy. I like the huge garden, and still I'm proud of it. But there's a problem which is going to be crucial later on. Besides, we spent a few months cleaning some of the decrepit areas, and now it looks really modern and amazing. Now such to the question of title. Why did I put a hiatus to my uploads? Broadband. Yes, Wi-Fi broadband is one of the reasons. It may seem stupid and lame to you, but it is quite reasonable to me. In our new home, we didn't have the best Wi-Fi for content creation. Much would be grateful and say it was absolutely fine for everyday use and online gaming in general. An average of 67 megabits download, but a absolutely god-awful 18 megabits upload. The upload part is the main reason why I uploaded less. We actually constructed an Ethernet network shortly after we moved in because I think our previous house didn't have Ethernet, but I wanted to live in the house with Ethernet because Ethernet is something that I really wanted because I really hated playing on wireless all the time back in our old house. But currently I'm using Cat 6 Ethernet, so my upload speeds were so weak that, hear me out, it would take around 2 bloody hours to upload a 12-minute 1080p video recorded with GeForce Shadowplay just to upload it to YouTube. Yes, it takes 2 hours just to upload a 10-minute video. For me. I mean, it did. But we'll get later. Worse, since the Ethernet was directly connected to my router, it would actually throttle the Wi-Fi connection in the entire house and completely fuck up the network on all devices. What I'm saying is that if you upload something and like you're basically using the entire bandwidth that is maximally available, this will basically cause the router to throttle, and this means that the entire Wi-Fi will not be like the 60 megabits what we do have. It will instead become like 2 megabits with like 500 ping. That's like, it basically completely fucks up the connection due to one device taking all of the bandwidth at once. And I couldn't use my phone during the upload, so that wasn't a fix. And the same thing occurred when I carried out things on wireless connection. Yeah, even if I tried to upload a video on wireless connection, it still throttled it. Because I was using the max bandwidth, which is 67 megabits. I mean 18 megabits actually, because that's the upload part, not the download part. Therefore I started to become really angry and frustrated with it. That wasn't a choice. So I had to steer away from hope of making a YouTube channel, focusing more on my personal and social life, and to touch grass more. But before I became quite the disco degenerate, chronically online on a daily basis. And let me tell you, something quite health damaging happened on January the 20th, 2024. Synoctum has your back on that. As a result, it deleteriously damaged my mental health and the health of my mind and my well-being. I don't want to talk much about it, but it left me in such a crisis that I lost all of my hope and sight of the good things that I should be grateful for and things that I forgot to admire that were once important to me. It was a long time of melancholy and depression that sliced my mind open, and it really did actually scar me for some time because it was so significant that it actually caused me to break some friendships on Discord. But like, it may sound like I'm really being dramatic here, but I'm not being dramatic. It's just how things really were for me then. I was like 14 and 2 months of age. so I was only still quite young. I mean, I am young still, but like, it's just I was so naive. As a result, YouTube was, I mean, there wasn't something that I was going to be passionate about, and I didn't care at all about it. And that's how sort of I really moved away from YouTube, because sometimes the personal things can easily be hugely impacting you. It can impact you on anything. It doesn't matter if you're calm. You just gotta keep sure that your mind is on the ability to sleep. And that means to be able to sleep means that you know that you are in peace and you're not like always being watched online. But things were starting to improve after August of 2024, where all of this drama and complete utter shitstorm would just come to an end. But I had so much that would await me soon. What was I doing the entire time? What was I left to lose? Making it so that what? How long would I continue to leave things for other days that just disappear? How long would I just continue to procrastinate meaninglessly when I know that's not going to benefit me long term? There are more things I will need to say, but I believe they aren't relevant or important. Okay. You know what that knocking means? Let's jump to the ultimate answers. First, I actually started going to the gym more. Exercise is a part of my teenage years that I has severely lacked. I wasn't sporty at all, because my brain became too used to the feelings of comfort, dopamine, and lack of goals. That has changed in the last 2 months of my life. I wanted to become a real man, live a real life, take back control of how I plan things, take back control of just always feeling tired when you wake up and always just needing to be so selfish and entitled to yourself. Searching for ways to feel happier again, not always waking up tired, just basically making sure that you can get out of rock bottom and only go up from there. And never backing down. Like it's just like the K30 never back down. Seriously, look. I wanted to learn more about myself. Given to that sporty spirit of exercise and training, strength, endurance, and of what you want to really be. Secondly, a huge change happened a short while ago, and I think I might actually be making a comeback to this channel. Yes, ultra-fast full fiber broadband arrived in my area. Therefore, I now have download speeds of up to 948 megabits and upload speeds of around 115 megabits. So I'm fully complete in terms of internet, no issues anymore. I can now continue to make YouTube videos. But what am I waiting for? I'm no longer as sloth as I was. And last of all things, I am now back. But I would more or less say Seraxiel is back. I will 100% be sure to upload maybe once, every 3 or 2 weeks, but at least be able to upload at times where I'm actually active, or like to show signs of my activity, that I'm not neglecting my fans. Because like I do have some people who do watch my videos, that's what I know. But unless I'm very busy or due to my education and GCSEs, I'll just be trying to remind you on the community posts. I'll just be reminding you on you guys on the community posts that I may have to just be a bit inactive for actually important reasons. And to all of my fans, peace be with you.